Okay, something is definitely going wrong. I may have to, y'all. I think I may have to restart this thing. I cannot get it to work right. Okay, let me try something. There we go. I mean, this thing is acting all up, but all right, y'all. I don't know if any of you seen how you doing, Kid Gravity. I don't know if any of you got a glimpse of Donald Trump's little shit show last night. He didn't do nothing but lie through the entire speech. But, we are talking about Donald. One thing, we're going to look at the video of when he got heckled last night by Representative Al Green from Texas and talk about what happened and what he said. Y'all, Donald Trump couldn't tell the truth if it smacked him upside the head. That's why I didn't watch it, because I knew it would be filled with lies, and it was. It was. So let's look at the video first. All right. Please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Mhm. Donald Trump is true to his people. You thought his speech was gonna have some flavor? No, it didn't have no flavor at all. It was just as bland as he is. So, let's get to it.
Small business optimism saw its single largest 1 month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Okay.
This year, stay ahead of your pet's health with Dutch. Get unlimited.
Okay. All right. So that was probably the rowdy part of last night. And towards the end, when Donald Trump was about to finish his speech, and he did complain about the Democrats not standing up, when he was speaking, they just sat in place. But that's the way it is during any presidency. Even when Joe Biden spoke, the Republicans sat and the Democrats rose to their feet and started clapping. That's the way it is the whole time. But Donald Trump expects the entire room to clap for his boring ass. And they didn't. So even during his speech, he complained about that nobody on the Democrat side stood up. Okay, well, I would have at least stood up and gave him the finger, if nothing else. But I guess they didn't even feel like doing that. So anyway, towards the end, they all rose to their feet and they walked out on Donald Trump. And during the speech, they were walking out. They had the word resist written on their back. But, come on, it's a bunch of old people protesting. They really can't do any better than that. Al Green was probably the most vocal out of all of them last night. Yeah. So Donald Trump gave his speech, and it was filled with lies and all kinds of contradictions in the speech. And in fact, there were a lot of news stations that debunked many of the things that he said. Now, instead of calling it the State of Union address, like most presidents do, State of the Union, he called his the Joint Session of Congress. What's the difference? What's the difference? Both of them, you're going to be in front of Congress. I mean, damn, does this man got a problem with everything? joint sessions of Congress. Okay, whatever. Not impressed. Not impressed, y'all. So, he stood in front of Congress, and this was last night, Tuesday night, and he delivered some speech. I don't know what the hell he was talking about because it was filled with so many lies. Donald Trump completing his first 43 days in office, and man, has it been a treacherous 43 days. Treacherous, y'all. So he spoke for a grueling 1 hour and 39 minutes last night. And he started by saying, America is back. Now, y'all, what's America back from exactly? But this is what he said. America is back. And all them old wussy ass Republicans start screaming, USA, USA. God damn it. Somebody's at my door. Hold on, y'all. Well, that was UPS picking up packages. So if you ordered, your package is coming. So anyway, back to Donald Trump. All right. So I don't know where I left off. He said America is back. And the wussy behind Republicans start chanting USA, USA. All right. Yeah, that's probably their high point of the night because the rest of it was so boring. So the media is saying the biggest point was when Al Green started heckling Donald Trump and had to be removed from the chamber. And it was shortly into Donald Trump's speech when that happened. Okay. So Donald Trump claimed he won by a landslide, giving him mandate from the people to force his agenda on America through a boatload of executive orders. And that's a lie because everybody was not asking Donald Trump for a bunch of executive orders. That is false. So GOP lawmakers started booing Al Green, and Trump was signaling, hand signaling to get him out. And you saw what happened. Speaker Johnson gets up and speak. Y'all some boring ass people, Republicans. Y'all are boring. So Trump continued his speech without interference from other Democrats. And he went on to say, and Jasmine Crockett was also among one of the people that walked out on Donald Trump's speech. All right. So Trump made sure he attacked woke culture and DEI. So yes, he took some digs at DEI and woke attack, which is popular among the GOP, despite the fact that most MAGA GOP right wing are DEI themselves. Okay, y'all are DEI. All right, just keep that in mind. So anyway, after taking those digs, he said our country will be woke no longer. Now, what does that sound like, y'all? Our country will be woke no longer. What he said. So he wants to rock us all back to sleep, and they can do and say and get away with what they want. See, right now, y'all, they're not getting what they want, especially from us, because we are not participating in their politics. We're not marching. Their cops are butt sore that they don't get to tackle us and put on military gear during protest. Everybody's butt sore that they can't get us anymore. That's the one thing I have noticed in these 43 days. All right. A lot of people are not happy that they can't get at us, y'all. So okay, our country will be woke no more, Trump said. He also said that okay, can y'all hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, they're always doing stuff to us. I mean, don't worry about it. We'll still get through this. We'll still get through it. So I don't know what part you heard, but let me go back to a key point that he said. He said this country will be woke no more. And he went on to say jobs should be based on skill and not race or gender. Well, here's the problem with that. White people have been getting jobs on race since jobs have been available in America. At one point, have their race not made a difference in them getting jobs? You know, all we see is them coming to the workforce with mediocre skills, right? They keep coming to the workforce with mediocre skills, right? So if it's based on merit, like he's trying to say his people got all the skill, which is false. And it's always been false. And then, so he's saying it because he's making the assumption the ones that got the knowledge and skills are his people. And that has never been true. In fact, it's not even true in his case. He doesn't have the knowledge or skills to be a president. Okay, so right now, he himself is DEI. Donald Trump is a DEI president. He does not have the knowledge, skill, or merit to even be a sitting president. I'm just saying. So He goes on, we've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military, Trump said. Yeah, well, a lot of the businesses that got rid of DEI are now screaming and crying because folks are no longer shopping with them. Why don't you go talk to Target, Donald Trump? Because they are suffering. He said, we will restore true democracy again at a time when many feel he's doing everything in his power to dismantle the democracy that currently exists. And yes, old Elon Muskie was in the audience, y'all. Yes, he was there. You know, Donald Trump's sidekick. Yes, he was in the audience. And actually had a tie on. I was really shocked he was not dressed down like he usually is, with some raggedy hat on his head. Somebody that's a billionaire, he sure dress very plain and downscale. You know, doesn't look like a billionaire at all. So anyway, so he says the days of rules by unelected bureaucrats are over, was another line in his speech. And which is a huge contradiction, because if that were true, how is Elon Musk around? How is Elon Musk around if you are not dealing with unelected people? And he threw that in his speech. And to add insult to injury, Elon Musk was in the room when he said that line. That's why I'm telling y'all, his speech was filled with lies. Filled with lies. Unelected bureaucrats. The days of rules by the unelected bureaucrats are over. And you have Elon Musk there in the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, are being allowed to run through the government and make cuts to federal jobs and programs without Musk ever being an elected official. So Trump attacked a couple of things, illegals seeking asylum, transgender, he attacked them as well. But the biggest contradiction of the night was when Donald Trump introduced Elon Musk as the head of DOGE, something the White House previously denied in federal court. In a federal court filing, Donald Trump denied that Elon was the head of DOGE. But in the speech last night, that was exactly what he said. He said he was the head of DOGE. So which one is it? You said in a court filing that he was not the head of DOGE, but last night he said he was. He falsely claimed Musk and his staff found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud. Okay, well, why don't you show what he found? Why don't you show it? That's what a lot of people are asking. If all this money is part of fraud, all these fraudulent transactions that the federal government is doing, why don't he show it? And if it's this much fraud, hundreds of billions of dollars, y'all, don't you find it odd that nobody is getting arrested? How come nobody is getting arrested? You should be announcing arrests. If people took hundreds of billions of dollars from the federal government, we should be looking at a laundry list of arrests. Why are we not seeing arrest? How come we're not seeing this? All right, so name names of these people that have been stealing from the federal government. What's so hard about that if you claim you're finding it? Okay, I mean, we ain't hearing no talk like that. Nothing. Oh, we finding all this, all these hundreds of billions of fraudulent money being taken and fraud is going on. Okay, well, somebody's got to be committing that fraud. How come we don't know who they are? How come we're not hearing names? Name the people that are in the federal government that took these hundreds of billions of dollars. Because if y'all are not going to name names and go after these people and prosecute them, then what's the point in making all these announcements and showing absolutely nothing? And I'm just saying. And we got a lot of people in our community that's believing this mess without seeing anything. They're just believing it. They're believing a felon with 34 convictions on him. They're just straight up believing this. So now he was saying that, they are making cuts to federal jobs and programs, all without Musk having been elected or confirmed to any post within the U.S. government. So as of Monday, the actual amount of money Doge has been able to cut, by firing people is $9.6 billion. All through firing people by the thousands. So Trump didn't address any real policy. He seemed only interested in making a kind of campaign rally, and that's exactly what it was. His speech sounded more like he was still on the campaign trail than the kind of speech that you would expect from a president. So wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. And he reiterated again at one point. He ended the speech by saying the golden age of America has just begun. So I guess everything he's doing in office signifies the golden age, y'all, or whatever. That's all I'm saying. What the hell? But that was pretty much his speech in a nutshell last night. If you didn't watch it, part of me, I feel you. I feel you. It is very difficult listening to Donald Trump. It is very difficult listening to him. And MAGA and all of you people on the right, y'all better not ever say another thing about Black people in crime for the rest of your life. And y'all elected a criminal, a felon to office. So that is null and void now. Talking about Black people in crime is now officially null and void. You elected a felon in office, so we ain't trying to hear ya. We ain't trying to hear you. And y'all were never the ones to give anybody that speech. Look at your damn track record in this country. Talking about some crime and violence. Nobody's got a worse track record than y'all. Nobody can top y'all to this very day. Yeah. All right. Grace P, thank you for the super sticker. D Major Scaling Up, thank you for the super sticker. AO God, thank you for the super chat. They need to keep the same gusto they had when the government clawed back unemployment. Yeah, I remember that. Defrauded people during the pandemic. Yep, I remember that too. The PPP loans. Now the government is caught stealing, and now nobody knows nothing. Miss us with it. I agree. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If Elon is uncovering all of the fraud, shouldn't he be also outing the people that have been committing fraud in the federal government? Shouldn't he be doing that too? I'm just saying. All right. Let me see. Pull this up here. D major scaling up, more like rotten orange age has begun. Yeah, you're right about that because it ain't no golden age going on up in here anywhere. Okay. Golden age? I don't think so. Uh uh uh. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it was like watching paint dry. James Hill, his speech definitely was. Really, and they're right. The highlight of the night was when Al Green got up and started yelling during his speech and got escorted out. After that, it went downhill. Mad boring. It's so boring. Monica Gregory, thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, but he didn't really say anything significant, y'all. You know how MAGA's running around here talking about everybody's going to get $5,000 and like, yeah, whatever, and you notice that has not parted from anybody's lips. If he was really going to do that, don't you think this would have been the time for him to announce that? That's why be careful of what you believe online. He didn't make any mention of it at all. Mm-hmm. So, y'all, I just want to say thank you for all the support you've given my channel. I do appreciate it. And the orders are all really completed. Even people that said they were missing orders, I got those out as well. So you can continue to order like you always have. And I'm going to take this time to, now that I got all of the orders out, I'm going to take this time to replenish my stock because y'all cleaned out my butter. I'm going to have to redo the butter and redo the butter, which I don't mind at all, y'all. I love doing what I do, and I love that you are getting results from my products, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Y'all keep going because by summer you should be able to swing your hair around. Swing that hair around. I would do 16 ounce, but it would be kind of expensive doing a bigger jar. That's why I haven't done it. What I could do rather than a 16-ounce jar, I can maybe do a bundle and just give you a twin pack. And that would be 16 ounces. I can do something like that. It's just like some people were asking me for a bigger oil. I mean, I can go up to a 16-ounce oil, but it's going to be really expensive. That's the thing. That's why I've kind of limited the size so that it would be more affordable. I am doing I'm doing a couple of things with Chebe. The Chebe butter should be coming sometime this month. I don't have a date yet. And I'm also doing Chebe and rose water spray. So instead of the hair growth spray that I have now, which is aloe, rosemary, and clove, also with vitamin C, I will also have a Chebe water spray, and it will also have rose water in it. So that will be coming out as well. So, some people have been asking me to do some Chebe items, and that's what I'll be doing. Chebe butter and a Chebe and rose water spray. Yeah. So, it gives you more options. And I got the deodorant ready for my skin site. So I will get that posted probably in the next week or so. I got to wait for the labels to come in, but I do have the deodorant ready. And hopefully by the end of this month, I will be able to get to the bars of soap. Yeah, so it'll be some soap and deodorant coming on the skin site. And yes, it's a vegan deodorant. It's a vegan deodorant, so it's not going to be any harmful products or, any type of chemicals or aluminum in there. It won't be anything like that. All right, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll definitely come back at another time to do this again. Shalom, family.